It's great to see you, and Happy New Year, everyone, as well. For myself and Dave, it's yes, seems like crazy. The last live we did was the one we did for Brecon Mountain Rescue, wasn't it? We did a Christmas special. We had Rosie in the gym. Oh yeah, not Rosie and Jim. We had Rosie in the gym on the Stairmaster whilst we were raising money for Brecon Mountain Rescue, which was amazing.
Alethea spotted that I've got a new shirt.
Ooh, oh, you have got a new shirt. Yeah. And Dave, I have to be honest, it's rare that you wear a shirt on the live.
I know. Well, you know,
is this a New Year's resolution?
It's a New Year. I'll be honest. I'm a bit warm. I'm a bit warm. But yeah, you know, like New Year, new shirt. Gonna wear it.
But the theme's all about challenges.
It's a challenge
Not
for
about
me
new
to.
shirt.
It's a challenge for me to get dressed in the morning.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, hey Josh, how you doing? Marky V, great to have you on. Pratesh, oh God, guys, great to see some regulars on the live as well. Just to be honest, just to see Dave's shirt. You know, and
it's
who knows?
It's a nice shirt.
Yeah, I love it.
It's Vans.
Vans. Okay.
Yeah, I like Vans clothing.
Yeah, yeah.
Look, off the wall. See, it says.
Okay, that's
yeah.
very on brand, mate.
Yeah, no, I like Vans stuff, and I've gone back to wearing North Face t-shirts. Remember when everyone commented on it?
I do remember.
So
that.
I stopped wearing them, but it got really annoying because it's all if anyone buys me a t-shirt, except for you buy me comedy t-shirts.
Well, it's all about comedy t-shirts.
Yeah.
Actually, what am I wearing? Actually, I'm wearing one that has mountains on it.
Is Penavan the biggest one on there?
Yes, this is all. These are all Welsh mountains.
Yeah.
Which you know you gotta have them, but it's all good. Right, sorry, getting distracted by t-shirts. But yeah, absolutely fantastic to be back. It's been a busy kind of week, really. So we were back on the 2nd of January, which also was a Tuesday. But as it was the first day back, it was a bit chaotic to get us doing the live.
Yeah.
So we're back this week. And it's something that we actually talked about last year, but I thought was really important. And actually, I felt like it was a great live last year, which is talking about, you know, challenges versus resolutions. You know, and there's some science behind it. There's some thought behind it as well. And also, you know, myself and Dave,
yeah,
we're not the biggest people at making New Year's resolutions. That's not to say we don't do them.
Yeah.
Because I remember last year we made some.
Did we?
I know I did.
Did you?
I know. And
did I make any last year?
I can't remember.
I'll be honest with you.
Probably over by the end of January.
Historically, I mean, what's the? There's like a little factoid where is it 9 out of 10?
It is. It's one of the things. So
is it written down?
It's written down.
Yes,
it's a bit.
Yeah.
Read my notes.
Yeah, yeah. Andy's got proper like doctor prescription writing. So
well, but you can read numbers.
I can read 9. Oot-toot.
Out of
so
10.
9 out of 10, and I think I am one of the 9 out of 10.
Okay.
I don't bother with them. You know that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I bother with, and this might be a nice segue.
Okay.
I like to set myself challenges for the year.
Okay.
And I tend to complete those far more readily than I do a resolution.
Good man. Good man.
Yeah.
It's and I sent an email actually. I think it was the back end of last week because right now we're doing the people can book on for any trip for £1, which is something we've been doing this last week and this week, but obviously to start the year off in the right way. And again, it was something I was writing about challenges and New Year's resolutions. And yeah, what Dave said there about 9 out of 10 people, actually 9 out of 10 New Year's resolutions actually get forgotten by the end of January.
Yeah.
But I flipped it and had a look at the data on Evertrek side. And, you know, this is probably true with most challenges anyway, even outside of Evertrek.
I think it is especially true for Evertrek, though. I don't think that many other companies have the same.
Okay.
Yeah, we're by far the best.
But it's certainly the community. Yeah. I know that looking at all of the trips, and obviously we had something with the big C word in 2020 that came along, and most of 2021 that we will not utter here. But that did affect, obviously, people going on trips. But 9 times out of 10, people book a trip, they go on that trip, and they complete it. You know, which is obviously the flip side to resolutions.
Yeah.
And, you know, I know this is an opinion thing, but certainly I think that when you set yourself a challenge, especially when you talk about it or you put it on social media, or, you know, you tell your mates about it or your family, you know, you could stick a big sticker on the middle of your mirror every morning when you're brushing your teeth.
Yeah.
But if it says, I'm going to Everest Base Camp, or I'm summiting Kili this year, or I'm going to, you know, Machu Picchu, it becomes more real than just making a New Year's resolution.
100%. I think that's the thing when I take on a challenge. It's different from a resolution, because a resolution you can do anytime. It doesn't really make any difference as to when you choose it. You want to get fit and healthy. The best time was a week ago. You know, second best time is right now. Third best time is in the new year. You know, but it doesn't really mean anything. And that's why I think they're very hard to stick to. Because you've got no roadmap for success with a resolution. You're saying you want to do something and you're trying to make it a habit, but you're fighting against momentum of life. When you make a challenge lands into your life like a meteor. You know, it lands there. It has a definite date in the future. It's this big knowable thing that you and all your friends can get excited about, and accountability follows, because people know. Oh, did you hear about Andy? What's that? Oh, he said he was going to get fit this year. Huh. All right. Next one. Did you hear about Andy? What's that? Well, he said he's going to climb Aconcagua in January. Oh, is he? Yeah. And then when they see you training, and then you're accountable, it feels more weighty. And other people care about it, and that holds you more accountable to your goal.
It does.
And there's a roadmap for success. I wanted to get I want to be like one of those fitness Instagram models. You know, you see them on Instagram and they're I don't know how to do that. You know, but like, and it's very, but when you want to climb a mountain, I think there's very definite, realistic training goals. and luckily enough, we do know how to do it.
Yeah, so, it's an interesting, you know, kind of thing to discuss. And I think open up to everyone as well. And thanks for your comments as well. It's great to see some more people join as well. Hey, Lee, I hope all is well. And Andrew and Joel, nice to see you on here, guys. Yeah, and hope this is a discussion, by the way. You know, anything you've got, any your opinion on the challenges, resolutions, maybe talk about what you got planned this year. It's always great. Obviously, we know what got planned with us, but no, it'd be great to see, you know, just in this open forum about, you know, what you've got planned this year in terms of challenges.
Yeah.
And it's all good as well. Like, even though, you know, if you've made any resolutions this year, New Year resolutions, all good as well. You know, we're not poo-pooing those resolutions. You know, it's great, because maybe your resolution is to get on a trip, which then gives you the accountability, which then gives you the motivation to get out there and on something.
Yeah.
I know, Lee, exactly. Someone else needs a book on that. Well, mate, that's it. Maybe you can make your challenge now is to get somebody else on that trip.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, and and part of it as well, and just seeing some of the comments there. Joel, EBC in April after 3 years of delays. It's finally on.
Crazy. Oh, man, what happened 3 years ago, was it?
They started the Tuesday.
That's what it was, yeah.
That's what it was, wasn't it?
That's what it was.
Which actually is 4 years.
I forgot.
That is nuts. 2024, in I think our first live was in April. We'll find out. But it would be 4 years in April that we started doing these things.
I know, yeah. I wonder, do you know what would be nice if we look back at every episode and just let's get a tally of the amount of hours that we've spent.
There's a few
doing
hours.
this. I think I'd be quite keen to know.
Almost a couple of hundred of hours.
I wonder what would have happened if I'd spent all that time in the gym. You know, it was like I remember once I got addicted to a video game.
Nice.
Fallout 3.
Right. Yeah.
And I proudly said to like people, oh, do you know what? Put 100 hours into that now. And I think it was my dad that said, imagine if you did that in the gym.
It's true.
I was like,
you can say that about so many things.
Ever since I felt guilty about playing video games, but Melissa,
we still find time.
Yeah, I'll still squeeze it in. Melissa Street got my partner booked on now too. That's awesome. Do you know what?
Hey Melissa, how you doing?
That's another great way to kind of get to make sure that you're going to stick to it. And to be honest, people do stick to resolutions, and people do you know, make really big, profound life changes. It's not to dismiss the opportunity to make a change. But I think if you make that change a challenge, you'll often achieve everything that you want to achieve anyway as a byproduct of it, with a little reward of reaching the summit. If you want to get fit and healthy, a great way to do that is to train for a challenge. And that could be Base Camp Kilimanjaro. It could be a half marathon. It could be getting to the top of a mountain because you've never done it before. It could be Pen y Fan.
Yeah, and
you know,
exactly. And you've mentioned there about the roadmap for it as well, which can build into it, because, you know, I know a lot of people here, and you know, I think Joel was saying there, 3 years of delays. You know, you've had 3 years to build up for a challenge. It's hard to stay motivated all the time for that length of time. It's important to put smaller things in between that to kind of keep you going, to keep you motivated.
Yeah.
You know, I like to think that hopefully once a week on a Tuesday at a certain lunchtime time, we might provide you with a little bit of a distraction for an hour. But no, honestly, even if like Stuart's mentioned there about doing something like the Glencoe Challenge, or you know, if you are waiting 3 years for the big challenge, maybe you can fit some like weekend stuff in. Obviously, we've got the Tube Cal trips. We've got some exciting weekend stuff coming up really soon as well.
Yeah.
And it does make a hell of a difference when you fill that space with a kind of roadmap of things that you're doing to get you to that challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely makes it a whole lot more fun.
Yeah. I mean, sorry, the Stuart's just reminded me that I've signed up for the Glencoe Challenge this year.
Sub 8 hours. Fair do, Stuart.
Sub 8 hours. Oh, nice one, mate. I'll see you at the end. Yeah, I'll be sometime after that. Do you know what? I want to beat my time, though. I think we were on for a pretty good time last time, and then I bailed.
Yeah, but that's fine.
I say bailed. It was a mechanical failure.
It was a mechanical failure of the knee.
Of the knee. I had a breakdown. It's not my fault.
But this time there's going to be no dramas. There's going to be no stiff knees. It's going to be all good.
I'm looking forward to it. I still remember the moment I quit. It was in the woods. It was quite drizzly. And you were like, nice. Dave, can I borrow you watching the jelly beans? So we can time himself. So
I was on my own for 5 hours.
Yeah, I know. And then I felt bad because I know that stretch is how long and boring that stretch can be. The last bit, but
it's fine.
I'm actually really looking forward to this year. I want to smash it this year.
Well, you've had, I think the first year we did it when was what, 2019?
2019, yeah.
And then obviously it was a bit of a gap. And then I think this will be my 4th time doing the Glencoe Challenge, but it is the 10th anniversary of them starting the event.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you haven't got space yet, I'm not sure if there are spaces available. This isn't a promo for them, but just telling you about it. It's a wonderful event up in Glencoe, up in Scotland. I say this is our 4th time. It's absolutely fantastic event. Yeah. Definitely. And if you're looking for a challenge, for the bigger challenge, you know, it's certainly one to get involved in.
Yeah. And there's Team Evertrack as well.
There is. Yeah. So there's loads of Evertrackers.
Yeah. So you can join an Hour Wave and stuff like that.
It's going to be,
that'd be good.
Going to be fantastic.
I've been up there 4 years with you.
You have.
But I've only done it twice.
Twice? 1.5?
1.5. Well, all right. But yeah, so
hey, let's get it right.
Yeah, first time we did it together.
We did.
Second, then it was a long break from COVID.
It was.
And then I was on crutches.
Yeah.
And then when I came back, I wasn't on crutches, but the knee wasn't quite well.
Yeah,
mechanically fit. Yeah, mechanically.
I like that, mate. I like that.
Yeah, that's what it was, mate. That's what it was. Hey, is anyone saying?
Bry's landed. Hey, Bry, how you doing? Happy New Year, mate. I hope life is well. Talking about challenges versus resolutions.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with that.
I would be very interested to know what challenges you guys have got set up for this year.
Yes.
You know, or even tell me what your resolutions are. What changes are you going to make in 2024 to pursue a more adventurous lifestyle? That's what I'm really interested in, because I get so many ideas from you guys, and I might never know, I might join you one of you.
And if you feel like you don't want to type what you're going to do, just put an emoji or a GIF or something that might kind of describe about what you're doing. So yeah, if you go into the gym, just put that little strong arm emoji.
Yeah,
that'll be fine. Let's see. Let's see what's going on.
Lee's doing the Wainwrights by the looks of things. I
think the shortest walk of the 36 yesterday start of my challenge. Is Lee doing the Wainwrights? Where did you say that?
Further down.
Oh, is it?
Yes. Awesome.
Fantastic.
That's
amazing.
It's
not on Strava, Lee. Just looking at it.
Well, there are Wainwrights, and then in Scotland, Corbett's, Munros.
Yeah.
I don't know any other names of peaks.
Marilyn's.
Where are they?
Yeah. So Marilyn is a slightly. I mean, there's quite a lot of them in Wales.
Yeah.
But there's different segments. Yeah. So you've got the. Obviously, you've got the Munros.
Yeah.
Corbett is. You know, you've also got Munro tops as well.
Yeah.
So you've got Munros, and you've got kind of Munro tops, which are as higher. They should be Munros, but it's only because they're like sister peaks.
Yeah, yeah.
Then you've got things like Corbett's, Marilyn's. Obviously, you've got the Wainwrights as well. But the thing is, it depends in like Wainwrights.
Yeah.
Are certain parts of the Lake District.
Yeah, yeah.
Because of a guy who kind of mapped them out essentially.
So awesome.
They call them there. But yeah, what we got then? What we got?
Mark Van Rossum learning to juggle in 2024.
Mate, I love it.
Yeah,
I love that
Why
kind
not?
of stuff.
Why not?
You know, why not, mate? You know, if you can be a clown, why not?
Yeah. Jimbo, he's good luck to Viv, Shane, Jenny, Katie doing Tube Cal this weekend.
Yeah, fantastic.
Melissa paddleboarding and lots of walking.
Paddleboarding is surprisingly difficult. I've tried it numerous times. You know, it's definitely got to have good core.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely fantastic. What else we got there? We got Brian. I'm going to that can do Brecon to Cardiff Ultra. Is it in 3 weeks? Oh, mate, give us a shout. It'd be great to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember you did it last year, didn't you? And you were a bit rough. Oh, Mr. Rimington. Hey, Dave, how you doing? Happy New Year, mate. I hope all is well. Yeah, what are you up to right this year in 2024 then? What challenges have you set yourself for this year, mate? Or for Leah as well? What's going on in her life at the moment?
That's what I think it is. I think he mainly gets dragged on Leah's challenges. I think
let's get her on another journey then.
Yeah.
Great stuff. No, it's nice. And look, I mean, obviously we're here to talk about, trekking and this and that. But ultimately, when you set yourself a challenge, it doesn't matter what it is. Marky V there talking about juggling. I remember last year, and I'm going to be completely contradictory now because it was a New Year's resolution. But I actually, one of mine was I wanted to do more singing. I wanted to do more. And I joined a choir actually in the February, and had our first concert in the April. And I've done a couple more now, and I've been really enjoying the singing, ever since.
Yeah.
Definitely an important part of my life now. So it doesn't have to be about trekking, but it
exactly.
can show what you can do.
I mean, my resolution, I don't know what happened in 2023, but I need to go to the ear doctor this year. Because in 2023, obviously, I'm not sure if there's a correlation or whatever, but yeah.
Sorry, I literally.
I was like, yeah, I need to go to the ear doctor, and because I've been going to Andy's gigs quite a lot, and no, to be fair, it's really good. Did I have one last year? I don't think I did.
What, dodgy ear?
Well, yeah, everything's
a resolution.
Resolution. I don't think I made one.
This year, I think I'm kind of thinking I might tame this.
What, your resolution is to get a haircut?
Yeah. I think there might be some form of haircut.
That's a very achievable one.
That's achievable.
I think I want to continue my habit. I really got into the cold water dipping.
Okay. Yeah.
In fact, I'm addicted to it. I think I absolutely love it.
Nice.
I'm crazily addicted to it.
We've talked about it a lot, haven't we? And I know over Christmas, I noticed. I've been a bit ill over Christmas, so I haven't been able to do as many. I know we did one just before, but yeah, how you find it?
Oh, honestly, it's my new favorite thing. I absolutely love it. I don't know why, because I was never a fan of it before. I always said I hated the idea of it. We did it for the charity challenge last year, where we did 15 minutes.
22.
We carried on, didn't we? Yeah. We did 22 minutes, and it was all right.
We did it in 2022.
We did 15 minutes in 2022.
Yeah,
is that not that long ago?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I know.
Anyway, and I never really did it then at all, really, in 2023.
Yeah.
And then after Christmas this year, I don't know why, I just had this idea that maybe it might be good. So I texted Andy and I was like, fancy a cool dip? So we went up to Pen y Fan, got in the water, and I've been doing it once a week since then.
It's good, isn't it?
I've absolutely loved it.
How do you feel then when you're like from a mindset point of view?
Well, do you know what? I was very skeptical because we had we've done a podcast, I think, with Des Lally.
Yeah, we have.
Who is a massive cold water dipper.
Yeah.
And he used to tell me that when he did it, it had really helped with like anxiety and that type of thing. And I was skeptical of it, rubbish. They just being cold make you different. But I tell you what, I don't know whether, listen, whatever it does, whether it's real or not, it has a very profound effect on how I feel for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And I like the rush of knowing I'm going to do it. And when I get in, it gives me like an adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
And then when I'm in there, it's strange. It's like a form of meditation almost. But it's not like calm meditation. Sometimes it's like, it's like really good. But you're not thinking about anything.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. And for me, I can't do it in the shower. It has to be in nature. And you got the waterfall.
It's hard, isn't it?
I can't do it in the shower.
See, and bringing this back to what we're talking about today, challenges. It's interesting, isn't it? Because you throw yourself into this cold water environment.
Mm-hmm.
You're certainly not the most comfortable. But I tell you what, because then you've achieved what you said you were going to do. When you come out, okay, it takes you a little bit of adjustment.
Mm-hmm.
But I tell you what, you feel amazing.
It's amazing,
isn't it?
Yeah, I love
so
it.
Good.
I don't know what it is. It's like the controlling of, or at least the controlling of the breathing.
Yeah.
The struggle. Like, I think it's good to voluntarily stress yourself.
Yeah, why not? We're so comfortable in our lives, aren't we? Why not? A bit of stress. That kind of challenging stress. Not obviously, stress in life is not good.
No, but
bodily stress like that.
Well, this is what they say. Stress in life is terrible. absolutely no health benefits to being stressed.
Yeah.
But voluntarily putting yourself through stressful situations like challenges, cold water dipping, it does help the body almost like train for those circumstances.
And Lee has it bang on there. You know, Dave's still looking. The loss of certain body parts.
If anyone is up Pen y Fan, can you keep an eye out? Bring a magnifying glass, but let me know. But honestly, a sacrifice worth making, because I have such a rush before I get in, and when I get in, it's like every part of you is screaming to get out again, but you control it, you hold it, stay in there for a while, and then when I get out, I'm buzzing then for the rest of the day. I feel amazing.
Bryce put a good one in. Sorry, not Bryce. Brady. Hey, Brady, how you doing? Hope you guys are well. Any new destinations being added this year? Yeah, we've got plenty on the horizon. Plenty.
Very
a lot in Europe, in Central and South America, and also in Asia as well. So yeah, there's going to be a lot happening this year. Right now, I don't want to kind of spoil it. Yeah. You know, but I suppose no harm in telling you a couple of the teasers, so you can keep an eye out. And you know, we obviously don't want you going off to the wilderness. We'd like to give you a little bit of a tease. Firstly, we've got some actually relatively close to home in Europe. We are taking on Mount Olympus in Greece.
Is that a tease?
That's a tease. That's a tease.
That's the whole.
I was like, hey, that's just one.
That's just one. Okay, yeah.
No. So part of our thing this year is that we want to create some awesome weekend trips in Europe. Not too far away, that you can go away, have an awesome weekend, but still do some awesome trekking in the mountains. So we're creating several of these weekenders, very similar to our Toubkal weekenders in terms of, kind of setup. So, go into a country, smashing it for a couple of days, then having a night, then flying back. Awesome weekend, right? So we're going to be creating several of them. A couple of them are already raring to go. We've been working, pretty much since probably early November on these in terms of with the teams in the country to make sure they're good. So yeah, we got so many good things. We've got some bigger ones as well, and we'll leave those for the time being, because we won't be launching them until probably February, March time. The weekenders will be a lot earlier. Yeah. But yeah, we're really, really excited about it, aren't we, Dave? I know Dave primarily has been working a lot on these trips rather than myself, but you've created some awesome ones. Yeah,
no, I mean it's amazing. Like it's one of my favorite things to do is sort of create these adventures, because I get the excitement of, I don't know, like I'm not a father, but I imagine what it must be like on Christmas Eve, when you're about to give all your children something they really want, So I kind of feel like Father Christmas, Father Trekmas.
What with the shirt, mate?
Well, mate, again, just trying to put a bit of class to the proceedings. but yeah. So, and we've always been a big fan of the weekenders, haven't we? Because we know it takes a lot out of people's lives to go and do a 2-3 week adventure, and there's travel and expense and stuff like that. But there is room for both. You can do those big adventures, and you can also do these like hardcore weekends where
and have fun.
Yeah. I actually like them, because when you do a longer trip, like 3 weeks, they're awesome, and you immerse yourself, and there's this gradual change. But there's also something to be said for the opposite, which is like I leave and I come back 2 days later completely transformed.
They're micro adventures, aren't they? And we obviously love the epics. We love the the Kilimanjaros of the world. We love the Everest base camps, the Machu Picchu's. Going to places like K2, Tour de Mont Blanc. You're going to have some fantastic epics there. But also as well, they can be supplemented with other stuff. And we've looked at it like, we've talked about Mount Olympus there, which is absolutely going to be a fantastic trip in Greece. But there's actually going to be an amazing one in Romania as well. Yeah. I'm happy if you want to give a little tease.
There is a good thing there, but I don't want to give it too much away.
Too much blood there, am I?
Yeah. There you go. That's good. That's good. Yeah. It's like trying to get blood from a stone.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah. So yeah, I mean, yeah, if you sort of like put a pin in Romania and then you just draw a big circle around it, there's lots of amazing like stuff that you can do there. I want to keep telling them, but it'll spoil the surprise,
I suppose. But
yeah, I mean, honestly, there's loads of fantastic treks and where to find them.
Okay, that's where you're going with that one.
So there's one of them, yeah. So that's a bit of a tenuous one, isn't it?
But I think ultimately it's fine. I think we're happy to share some little secrets. But yeah, the 3 ones we'll be doing first. So you've got Mount Olympus, which is in obviously Greece. You've also got one in Switzerland that we're going to be doing, which is not too far away from a little village called Grindelwald. If you've ever been there, so we're going to do some awesome trekking there for a weekend. And also we got one as well in the Carpathian Mountains. So if anyone has ever heard of Dracula, you certainly will know about that area. Transylvania, exactly. So yeah, absolutely fantastic trekking. That we got some weekend trips in those areas, and that's just 3 of them. So yeah, it's going to be really, really cool. After doing all the other trips,
I might have to try and find a trip in Canada, because I think Leah said this.
I know Lee, he's gagging to get out to Canada.
He really wants to go to Canada. So do you know what? I personally will head out there for you, Lee. I'll take the hit.
You want to go do some research, huh?
It's quite interesting here. I'm noticing one comment who's she thinks she wants to make friends with our with our people.
Can you send me a friend request? Oh, there we go. Why not?
Yeah.
Ruby, go for it. Darren, have fun. As in, obviously make friends. And yeah.
I think she's asked Jerome as well.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, well, the Tuesday tune-in is always a friendly place.
Yeah.
But yeah, wasn't glad to hear it. I ended up with a really nasty, which is ongoing, just Lake Moraine. Lee, we will definitely do some research up in Canada.
Yeah.
Obviously, that would be difficult to get. Okay.
I suspect it might be some form of bot.
I agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah. Anyone getting some friend requests from Ruby?
Yeah. Andy, how are you doing today? Can you please be my friend?
Okay. Yeah.
There you go. That's all you got to do. You got to do it in person.
Well, I mean, yeah, clearly, Ruby is spreading love there. But yeah, if you not sure on the accuracy of that, so let us know how you get on. I wouldn't probably accept any friend requests from that. Yeah. There we are.
Unless Ruby's a normal person, like
I know. Ruby, correct us.
Yeah. Shut up, Dave. I'm trying to make friends.
Nope, Jerome's already in.
Yeah.
Okay, good. But right, yeah, let's get some questions, Dave, because I know there's a few questions that come in as well. Not from Ruby though. She hasn't. Let's not answer that question.
Yeah, no, she's gone. She's disappeared. Andrew Scott.
Yes.
My challenge is finding trekking insurance at 78. Are you 78, Andrew? I'm sure you've said this before, but I don't believe it. Some companies say they can no longer do it for my age group. Cheers. Anything we can advise? Have you tried Campbell Irvine? I know that they do provide insurances for the senior gentleman. Because I trekked with a guy who was 72 or 73, and he managed to get insurance.
And he's going back, actually.
Yeah.
He's 76 now, and he's going back to do Annapurna.
Yeah, no, amazing. I think there's no reason why you wouldn't be able to find some. You could potentially get in touch with the guys at True Traveller, and if they're not able to provide a policy, I'm sure that they'll happily give you some advice on how to get insured. I think the oldest guy to climb Everest was in his 80s, so I'm certain there's a company somewhere that will provide you with the insurance.
Yes.
It just depends at what cost.
What I do as well, Andrew, I drop in the group. Obviously, if not, I'm sure you are, but if you obviously not comfortable putting specific information, you can do like it keeps your name kind of private. But normally, if you just put a post in the Facebook group, the High Altitude Evertrekkers, if you pop it in there, there might be other people who similar age that might have got insurance as well.
Yeah.
But Dave's right. Campbell Irvine, seem to offer because they do insure people similar age going to places like Everest Base Camp. Excuse me. So obviously we'd love to have you on a trip as well. If you're raring to go. I know you've been on the lives for some time now. So yeah, it'd be great to see you on a trip. I know you've been on a bunch of trips, obviously historically. But yeah, definitely be great to have you along as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, good question, isn't it? Because and it does pop up from time to time, and like you said, some of our seniors in the community, it's part of the challenge, isn't it? I know some of them are a bit fussy. Some of the travel companies, just from a risk perspective, I've worked for insurance companies historically, and that. They do have their rules, but some of them are a little bit more, they look at, more things. They look at your actual health rather than your age.
Yeah.
Or, they take other factors into it. So it's a bit more, it might be a bit more expensive, Andrew, but, let us know how you get on, mate. And, you know, because obviously other people in the community, similar age, you know, will have similar questions, you know.
Awesome. Carol said she's trying to get a Tanzanian visa online, but the link provided isn't working. Any ideas? Drop the guys an email, Carol, to info@Evertrek.
Yeah.
They should be able to, or they've even sent it to you on the chat by here. Yeah, sometimes the link can be a bit funny to use. Try going like incognito in Google or something like that. Usually works. Yeah, and then just follow the online instructions. But the guys are looks like they're on it.
Josh asked as well. Hey Josh, I hope all is well. Hey guys, happy New Year. Did Killy last year, September. What an amazing experience. Just wondering about the medals, t-shirts, etc. Yeah, basically with the medals, I know we did a little message in terms of sending out to everyone from the autumn last year. Obviously appreciate that, you know, September's a few months away, but essentially we are trying to do it as soon as we can now, this side of Christmas. So yeah, have you just, because I know Rosie sent out regarding, and she looks after all that, you know, the kind of medals, etc.
Yeah.
She sent out to the community, the people who went and who wanted one. So as long as you responded to that, you know, you should get one in due course. Obviously, if you haven't, you know, drop us an email and we can see what we can do, because obviously we have ordered a specific amount depending on how many people ask for them. You know, we have ordered, you know, a fair few, but yeah, definitely, Josh, drop us a message. And
yeah,
you know, obviously it's something that we know is important to people, and you know, after coming back from a trip, yeah, I know you want to hang that on your wall.
Yeah,
but yeah, we've there are normally challenges from ordering. It takes so long to order them, and then for them to come over. Obviously, we wish it was just a point and click and it was like Amazon, but unfortunately, it's not. It does take a little bit longer, which I know is frustrating. But yeah, it won't be too long, as long as you obviously put the request through.
Yeah. Jerome says Yetis will be doing Keswick this year.
Yes, we are. Yeah, we are.
100%. Yeah, we're back at Keswick.
Yeah, last year they didn't actually do the mountain festival. It was more of a running festival.
Yeah.
So yeah, we weren't able to attend last year. But this year, yeah, we are at a few events actually. We're at one in March. I think it's called the National Outdoor Expo in the NEC in Birmingham.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll be there in March. We're also at Keswick Mountain Festival, which I can't remember the exact month. I think it's May.
It's usually
or
May.
June.
It's
I know they're
May.
roughly around there. Definitely give it a bit of a Google. Sorry, Jerome, I'm rubbish with these dates off the top of my head, but have a little Google around those specific events. We're also hoping to come along to Kendal as well. We're nothing confirmed on that yet. We're just waiting to see if we get the right space, and we'll be at Kendal Mountain Festival, which will be a you know, first time at that event. But you know, we've heard loads of Evertrekkers go there and I found it really useful, and we thought, well, you know, let's go and see what it's all about.
Yeah.
And obviously, other than that, then we've got our usual UK stuff going on. Obviously, like training weekends. You know, we've got another training weekend that we've got spaces on in August. Sophie, I know if Sophie's on the comments, if you could drop the comment in the links. If anyone does want to join us on that, you can book in.
Yeah, I think there's Brecon, isn't there?
There's one in Brecon, and there are some still spaces. We've got quite a lot of people booked in on the Snowdonia training weekend, which is first for us. But absolutely, really looking forward to that. I think we've got about 4 spaces left on that one.
Yeah.
For the one in Snowdonia, which is in June.
That's proven very popular.
Yeah, exactly. I think you know, first time that we are running the training weekend away from Brecon Beacons, Banai Breconiog. Can't help it.
Got to get them both in.
Got to get them both in. So yeah, definitely. If anyone wants to come and join us in North Wales with Smurf, our guiding team, absolute legend. Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be a great weekend as well.
Yeah.
Which is you know, as well as the one in Brecon, because the one in Brecon's, you know, we've been doing it now for almost 7 years.
Yeah.
You know, and it's been great. We've been usually doing, you know, at least 2 a year, sometimes 4. This year we're doing 1 in Snowdonia, 1 in Brecon. So get yourself there.
It will be nice because I do know every rock and route. I think on the Brecon one day. So doing it somewhere else would be a nice change of scenery. I think, wouldn't it?
It would be good.
I mean, the drive home's going to be a bit long, but maybe we'll hang around for an extra day.
Yeah.
You know, go do some scrambling or something.
Why not?
You know?
Why not? There we go. Yeah, Sophie's put that up on there. So June the 21st.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I can't wait for that weekend. You know, we've got really, really good accommodation up there. You know, similar to the one down in Brecon Beacons. You know, so it's always a little bit rustic, you know, shared environment, very similar to how we do it on our trips.
Yeah.
You know, abroad. So yeah, it's really going to be a really great couple of days hiking.
Yeah.
You know, on some cool routes as well.
Awesome. So what is I don't think we've actually talked about this yet. What challenges have you set yourself this year?
Sorry, Lee, that was accidental, but certainly when I just literally popped up and it just there, and I was like, wow.
What was it?
Literally, all it said is, tempting.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Challenges. Well, I think with challenges this year, there are a couple. We're going to do Gran Paradiso in the summer.
Yeah.
Can't wait to take on, you know, another 4,000 meter summit in the Alps.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Absolutely fantastic. Also going to be doing some stuff in South America towards the back end of the year. You know, definitely some more trekking. Certainly more of an exploratory trip, but I'm looking forward to that actually around about October time. And this year as well, there's going to be challenges. I think that these are more kind of challenges for us really in terms of the direction of where we're taking Evertrek. But yeah, we'll have some very exciting news in the next couple of weeks, and you know, which means that we'll be able to also expand lots of our trips. Yeah. You know, and lots of our things that we can do with our customers, you guys, and our Evertrekkers and our community. So yeah, as soon as that is finished, we'll let you know. But it's coming really, really, really soon. Yeah. As well as that, as well, we are kind of expanding. Really, we've taken on a couple more Yetis, haven't we? We are looking for a couple more Yetis this year. That's the plan. We're also as well, and we haven't done an official opening yet, but we've also opened our second office. So this is our office in Caerphilly in Wales, but we've actually opened. We got 3 staff, 3 Yetis working in Hereford, in England. So yeah, not too far from here, about an hour and a half, just across the border.
I think we'll get them on a live soon.
We will, yeah, and we'll do a live from the Hereford office as well, because we're going to do a bit of a. Obviously, we've done like soft opening, but we'll do a proper opening there. And Sophie on the comments is in Hereford.
She's in Hereford.
She's in Hereford headquarters, exactly. So yeah, it's actually a wonderful setup we got there. So it's nice to to see Evertrek grow in terms of the support staff as well, and people that look after you guys and look after your trips and making them happen behind the scenes. There's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes to make those things happen. Yeah. I wish it was as easy as book a trip, go on a trip. But there's lots of different stuff that obviously, as you know, we're involved in and we want to provide to you. And, so that's, there's a lot going on in the background. But exciting stuff. Really, really exciting stuff. Isn't it?
Yeah. I can't wait, mate. I can't wait.
What about you, mate? Back at your challenges.
I'm not entirely sure this year, to be honest. I think, I'll be honest with you, me and Zach were talking the other day about going back to Toubkal.
Again, huh?
Again, yeah. So I think
I don't think the look on it. He's not too happy with that.
I think he's up for it. I think
he's summited twice already.
Yeah, I think he's fond of the mountain. I think
he is.
That's a little weekender idea. Yeah. Personally, I want to do some more skiing this year.
Okay.
But nice. I think in terms of traveling and challenges, I'd love to go back to Nepal. And actually do some trekking in a region I haven't been in before, maybe nice. Langtang or Manaslu or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, well, Langtang's relatively new area that we've started trekking, but a fantastic area, and somewhere if you're looking for that shorter kind of trip challenge, it's only 7 or 8 days trekking. Really.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think there's a couple of other ones I think I'd love to do. I mean, I haven't seen the teams in so long. That it'd be nice to get out and just go back to Tanzania. Yeah. Whether I'll do Kilimanjaro again, I don't know, is another thing. But there's certainly other places that I've never been to Zanzibar actually.
Oh mate, Zanzibar's great. So if you're into your scuba diving or you just want to chill on the beach, it's a cracking place.
But my big thing this year is, because we were supposed to do it, I want to do Mera and Island Peak this year. Nice. So I think my big challenge this year is to do Mera and Island Peak.
Yeah.
That they're my goals. I've got my set sight on some high peaks this year.
Yeah, I think same for me. I think with Mera, we weren't able to get out there in the autumn, and I know we all our team summited. But there's so much going on in the background that we couldn't have 3 weeks away, unfortunately. But we're really, really excited about doing that.
Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, I mean, it was always talk about juggling, like that was trying to juggle so many responsibilities. But ultimately, our dedication to the team comes first. You know, my own aspirations are secondary.
That's true.
You know.
Here's Spud. How you doing, Spud? Happy New Year, mate. Hope all is well. Looking forward to our wee challenge in Glencoe. Spud, this must be your 7th attempt at Glencoe challenge.
I think.
Just remind me, mate.
I think he's done it more than any other participant.
I think he has. You know.
There are 2 things I would like to say though. Is it's not a wee challenge, and I don't. Even though it does take place in sort of July, I don't want to put the word summer out there.
I was going to say it's rarely hot.
Yeah, my experience of it is boggy and wet. But you know what's amazing is that every year, that's the last one. I'm never doing it again.
Until we have a beer and then we're like, oh, do you fancy it? It's 10th anniversary.
Every year he rocks back up. I think he'll say this is definitely the last one.
I think he'll say
is this the last one? But is this definitely the last one?
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I'm sure it will be. But the thing is, that's the thing about these challenges, isn't it? They become addictive.
Yeah.
You can't help it. Even though you do it, the moment after it, you're like, that's it now.
Yeah.
I'm done. It's until it pops up again on your social media or your mate sends you a WhatsApp.
Well,
and you're like, oh, you know what? That sounds good, actually.
Yeah. Well, I was done. I wasn't doing it.
Until
I was over it.
When was it like the Christmas party and we were having a drink?
No, it was in the office.
Was it here?
It was in the office,
really?
Yeah. And then I think we were chatting about it.
You know what? Marky V came in.
It was Marky V.
Marky V's fault.
It was his fault. He made me do it. I had to book on right there and then.
That's right. He was like, go on then.
Marky V visited, and when he left, I'd signed up to a challenge that I'd written off.
Yeah.
Oh, because I've done it once and a half times. I was like, I can't be bothered to do it again. And now I'm back. And I'm actually looking forward to it this year.
No, it is. Yeah. Anytime you go up to Scotland is a good time. You know,
although
it's going to be great.
I really want to go back and do more trips like we did up in Scotland at Karua.
That was fun.
You know, that was really fun. That was
okay.
Really...
Some more UK stuff you want to do?
Yeah, I'd love to do more UK stuff. You know, but places I haven't been before.
Yeah.
You know, I'm over Pen y Fan.
So I'm just reading Lee's. In the past year, I've done National 3 Welsh 3000ers, Cairngorm 4000, booked on 3 passes. Started the Water Rain Whites. Mate, you're going to be absolutely flying up these mountains.
Yeah.
But it's great, though. I mean, that's what it's about, isn't it? Getting out there and, you know, especially now, like, it's beautiful. Like, I was in my back garden yesterday and it was snowing and it was absolutely beautiful. And I was thinking, oh, man, you want to be in the mountains right now. You know, just what a beautiful time of year to go in the mountains, you know. Okay, you know, be careful out there. It's a bit windy, but absolutely beautiful, you know, especially we talk about the Cairngorms there. I've seen some of the webcams recently. Looks fantastic. I have a great winter's day out there right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just so. I was getting wound up over Christmas and New Year because I really don't like it when the weather's grey, you know. And now we finally got some. We've now got some blue skies out there. It feels amazing.
Like, wow, I can see some
That's
blue through the
perfect trekking weather out there right now.
It is.
It's blue skies. It's dry and it's cold.
It is
absolutely perfect. I can't wait to get up and jump in the water.
It is amazing. But yeah, no, it's great to see lots of you guys get out there as well. That's it. Marky V is like, I take full responsibility and I managed to avoid signing up myself.
I know, yeah. I don't know how it happened.
Mark, you're going to have to do it.
And then, yeah, next thing you know, I'm signed up. I mean, I was going up with you anyway.
You were.
My plan was...
You could take your mountain bike.
I was going to go mountain biking, and now I'm like...
Well, do you know why? You made a commitment.
Yeah, I don't want to be FOMO, you know?
Isn't it mad how FOMO comes into it?
Yeah, I'll be up there.
Because someone else does it, and you're like, oh man, I've got to do it myself as well.
I mean, I love riding my mountain bike, but at the same time, I think I feel like I was missing out if all my mates were doing something and I wasn't. So
exactly.
I mean, you could just rock up, I guess, but that's not in the spirit of the challenge.
It's difficult though. I mean, because everyone else is there and they're going, and you stay back. I'd be like,
well, I've done that.
I suppose you have.
Remember, I was base camp.
I suppose you have, yeah, but different. But if you're able,
yeah, but that was because I was on crutches.
And then you don't go. You're like,
yeah,
I have to go and do it.
Well, I only had the operation a month prior.
Yeah, that's mad. You thought you were going to, yeah, because you.
Well, I didn't think I'd walk it
because you were driving, right?
Well,
barely,
yeah. I was driving around. Luckily it was an auto, you know, so I didn't have to. But I was base camp support in the camper. But the knee didn't thank me for it.
No.
Like when I got home, my knee was the size of a watermelon.
Just kind of finishing up then before we finish today. Obviously, chatting about challenges, chatting about versus resolutions. Dave, I mean, you know, I do know, you know, we've got another 5 minutes left or whatever, but any final thoughts on that kind of stuff?
I think, I do think the new year is a great time to sort of draw a line in the sand.
Yeah.
I know what it's like to be in that sort of cycle of, I'll start my diet on Monday, or definitely the gym tomorrow. But I do think the new year, it is a nice time to draw a line between the old and the new and just do something different.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of that saying, you know, the best time to do something new was a week ago. The second best time is now. So if you have missed the New Year's resolution boat or the challenge boat, don't worry. The 9th of January is a perfect time to bake it.
Exactly.
And I think you won't regret starting a more adventurous lifestyle. And for you, that might be taking on a big epic mountain, or it might just be getting out and being more active in the outdoors. It might be cold dipping. It might be whatever it is that gets you out and about. It might be juggling, which
why not juggle while doing a cold dip?
Yeah.
Marky V, that's your new challenge.
Exactly. But I think, I think get out there and do something, but do set yourself a challenge and put a date in the diary and make it public. And and I guarantee you won't regret it. It'll change your life.
Yeah, it makes some big stuff. And I know first live of the year, I know we're starting a bit deep in terms of
the deep water.
The deep water. Hey, accepted. He's on it now.
Yeah.
I know we started with the challenges stuff, and just a reminder as well that, you know, if you book on before midnight on the 12th of January, you can book on for £1 onto any of our trips. So, you know, if you have got any of the trips that you're thinking about booking on, you know, and obviously with January, if you want to save a few bob, you can do it now. And obviously the dates up until, you know, some of them sneaking into 2027 now, which is absolutely crazy just saying that, isn't it? It feels like only yesterday it was like 2020 or 2019. And now we're talking about 2027 trips. We're like, wow, absolutely crazy times. Yeah. But look, have an amazing start to the year. I know, obviously, you know, it's crazy busy, isn't it? You're straight into the year, kind of back to work or back to life stuff. You know, unless you're in retirement, of course. You know, but we're thinking this year, if there's any challenges you want to put in, it's certainly, you know, the 9 times out of 10 rule about fulfilling those challenges rather than the resolutions. Just worth having a little think on that. You know, because it could make a difference on your year, really.
Yeah.
But right, we'll be back next week. I think a couple of the Yetis, because we're actually away next week. But we do have a couple more Yetis going to jump in and do another live for you, which will be absolutely fantastic. And we'll be back the week after. But all the best. Have an amazing, you know, first couple of weeks in January. And as always, anything you need from us, obviously reach out in the group. You know, reach out on social media or email as well.
Yeah.
info@evertrek.co.uk, and you know, we'll obviously answer those questions for you.
Awesome. Take it easy, guys.
See ya. Bye.